Hello everyone, this is Raven's Mapping. Welcome for a quick update. So yeah, I know you're surprised. I don't do a lot of videos, and now today I make two videos like that. Yeah, things can change, uh, but don't expect too much change. Beside in Bakhmut, because today, this afternoon, there is a big update coming from multiple trusted sources like Deep State UA, which is Ukrainian sources, and some videos coming also. There has been this big change in my mapping. So if you watched the video from this morning, I said in the video, don't expect these hangars because it's the next military base. These hangars to this military base to hold a long time because, as you can see, just hangars. And I said that a hangar is something that takes a big place, big territory, but it's just a single room. You understand? A hangar is a big room. It's not like a building. A building, for example, this building is as big, as large, as this hangar in terms of area. But this building has hundreds of rooms inside, of apartment of rooms where soldiers can hide, fight, and things like that. A hangar is just a single room, so there is nowhere to hide inside, you understand? So this is why I said in my video this morning that this place will fall very fast. And apparently, yes, it did. I was right, because it fell just in a day. So let me show you the difference between this morning and now. So there is a pretty big change, yes. These ports have been captured, the military base has been captured, these ports too have been captured apparently, and that's all I think for the changes between this morning and now. And for those who did not watch the video this morning, I first ask you to watch the video I posted earlier, but here's the difference between the 22 April this morning and now. So in the time of just 4 days, there has been this much changes. So honestly, what do I think about this? Because I hear a lot of YouTubers, when they make their videos, they talk about what their expectations and things like that, and most of the time they are wrong, and it's understandable because when you hear what the Ukrainians say, when you hear even what the Russians can say, you will expect that the first scope was like, this railroad will be a fortress. They retreated to the other side of the railroad to block the Russians. I told you it will never happen. It's just a railroad. It's not a river. You understand? And every other YouTubers were like, "Oh, this is like the end of Bakhmut, but the Ukrainians retreated. They are going to hold on the west side of the railroad. It will be like very hard for the Russians to cross the railroad." It wasn't hard. Nothing happened. Then now the new cope is once again this military base. I told you it would nothing will. It's not a problem. The Russians will go through very fast. So once again, I was right. In the previous videos, I also talked about the Kherson super offensive of the Ukrainians. I told you it was most likely nothing. When everyone was saying, "Oh yes, it's the beginning, the first phase of the next counteroffensive," nothing happened. So can't believe me. So this time I will myself do something, a sort of prediction. I already made multiple predictions before, in the sense that I told you this area will be where the Bakhmut episode will end, but it can end in two solutions. Either the Ukrainians somehow are very motivated. They are very motivated. They don't want to get captured by the Russians. They fear. They don't want. They want to fight up until the end. If it happens, I believe it will take more days, perhaps a week, before Bakhmut falls, because they will run out of ammunition eventually. But judging by how the front line is moving, I don't feel like the Ukrainians are very motivated nor very occupied. They don't have a lot of ammunition or things like that. So I think this whole housing blocks won't last very long, and people tend to forget something. Is that yes, over the sky it looks like more like something. Yes, wait. It looks like some sort of big fortress. Yeah, there are big housing blocks and things like that. But you have to understand that the housing blocks that are on the outskirts are the ones that will be seeing fights. So those inside won't see fight. They won't be able to shoot to the Russians. Let me explain you. Imagine you are an Ukrainian fighting here in this housing block. You think the Ukrainians behind will be able to help you? No, because you're already blocking the view. So it won't change a lot of things, honestly. And you forget also, a lot of people forget that, for example, there is fighting in this housing block. The Russians captured this housing block. Well, then now it's Russian, meaning that this fortress is also on the hand of a Russian, you understand? So it's not something like fortress versus Russians. It will be just apartments, Russian apartments, against Ukrainian apartments, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Progressively, the more the Russians are going to capture this housing block, the more there will be the ones on a good position. So it won't help them long. The Ukrainians won't be lasting long here. Honestly, I'm sorry for those who hope the Ukrainians are going to last very long here, but they are low morale. There is constant shelling. There is nothing anymore. What do you want them to do? Honestly, they just want to get the fuck out of here. If you are an Ukrainian, do you imagine you're Ukrainian? Do you want to fight here? Honestly, why do you want to fight here? There is no city left. There is nothing left. Just look at this video, please.
Повержен будет этот змей, нас много больше, мы сильней. Бойцы великой новой армии российской. Нас ждет всех рай, а их всех ад.
You see this video, there is nothing left. Why would they fucking want to die for a place that doesn't exist? Any Ukrainian soldiers, they will tell themselves, I prefer to move back to Chasov or Ivanivsky or I don't know, Konstantinovka, and fight for a place that still exists, you understand? Why would you want to die for a place that doesn't exist anymore at this moment? It's like all shell, there is nothing left. There is no civilians, nothing. So stop the cope, please. There is nothing that's going to happen. I believe the whole Bakhmut thing is going to end in a week or so. Honestly. I may be wrong, I'm not sure about it, but I'm telling you, this is the first time I will be saying something this precise. Most of the time I don't like to do real predictions like that, because as you see on other YouTubers, it doesn't work any moment. So this is all for Bakhmut, and there is also some changes. So this morning, in my video, I told you that I found something finally about this whole CHERVONOPOPOVKA thing, and that yes, I could set back the map from this to this because the Russians were here, it's proven, but I just found some videos that was very interesting of drone footage from the Russians of a Ukrainian offensive to try to capture again this forest. Let me show you just first the pictures. So this was the videos from the day, perhaps yesterday, I don't know. There is no mention of the day precisely, but it was this last day. So you see Ukrainian troops that were trying actually to enter the forest here in CHERVONOPOPOVKA, but they get shelled. So they try to enter like here. It did not go well. It did not go well at all for them. They got shelled here, and there is also this picture. It was from another it was like it was from another Telegram channel, but it made it onto the news. So for the Russians who watch TV, perhaps you saw it. You see here shelling in this tree line. You see the forest here, and this part is what you see in the previous video here, in the previous picture. So this is the part, and this is actually this view. What you see like in the news thing, it's this thing. Yeah, you see the tree line here, and there is like the aftermath when they escaped. They ran out of. It was a big assault. As you can see, I don't know how to count. I'm joking, but there is a lot of people. I'm not going to fucking count everything, but there is at least 20 or more. Big assault on this forest. They tried to establish again their positions on the forest, but it did fail. It failed. And there is this other thing that just came out. No, sorry. It just came out now. CHERVONOPOPOVKA. And it's shelling. As you can see, you recognize the shape here. It's this. Yep, you recognize the shape of the forest here, and there's constant shelling here. Constant shelling. And actually, you know what? I'm going to show you the video because there is no gore in it, nothing that can be censored or things like that. And it will make you, you will see how much shelling there is. And in the video, you are going to see that you can see shelling behind, but there is also shelling down here. It's the Ukrainians shelling the forest. So there is Russian in the forest. You can see the forest being shelled by the Ukrainians, but you will also see the Russians shelling this part, but also behind Nevsky. I think it's Nevsky behind, yes? Yeah, behind you have Novosadove, Nevsky, and things like that. And, well, I'm showing you the video. Look at the video.
На машине с надписью Made in ФРГ. По полю по полюшку едет ДРГ. А затем за полюшком русский паренек четко корректирует град и солнцепек. 333 с ночи до зари, от рассвета до заката 333. 333 с ночи до зари, от рассвета до заката 333. На машине с надписью «Мало, но БУ». По полю, по полюшку едет ВСУ. А за этим полюшком русский офицер четко корректирует смерч Искандер. 333 с ночи до зари, от рассвета до заката 333. 333 с ночи до зари, от рассвета до заката 333. На машине свастика, за рулем укроп. По полю, по полюшку, на колесах гроб. А затем...
And last thing, I geolocated this thing after making the last video. Drone footage. Yeah. You have this explosion. Apparently it was a headquarter of like field headquarter or things like that. That was targeted here. And it's basically this view. Let me show you once again. Yeah, you see the hangars here. It's this view. And there is the river and everything. Yeah, it's the Jerebiets River. So thanks for watching this quick update. See you for the next video. Bye bye.